What is peak fiction? Peak fiction comes in many different shapes and forms. Peak plus drugs gives you Breaking Bad, The Godfather, and Rick and Morty. Peak plus magic gives you Harry Potter, The Hobbit, and Adventure Time. But what does peak plus childhood give you? One answer that comes to mind is K.N.D, Kids Next Door, a show that truly encapsulated what growing up was all about. Remember your childhood? That feeling of never getting the full picture, just told to eat vegetables, to do massive amounts of homework, to be quiet when adults were around. K.N.D took all those feelings and justified them in the most absurd way possible. Why did you always have to eat your vegetables? Because they're actually sentient beasts that could rule the world if left alone, and adults ain't doing that shit. Why do you have to do massive piles of homework to program your brain and make you forget that kids once ruled the entire world until they're overthrown? Why do you have to be quiet when adults are around? Because they're secretly plotting as an evil cabal to find new ways to oppress kids. And with all this evil, someone had to stick up for kids worldwide, which gave rise to K.N.D, the Kids Next Door, a global network of kid spies, and together with their 2x4 technology, they have one mission: to defend kids against adults and teenage tyranny. It wasn't just a cool cartoon concept. The cast for the show was absolutely amazing. You had number 2, the smart technician who had an eye for the dramatic and often a couple Mars bars. But I can't lie, so was I back in the day. So we were fat bastards together and it was nice seeing him go. We had number 3, the girly girl head in the clouds with an addiction to ribbon monkeys. She'd love you forever, just never touch her monkey or else you die. Like this girl had serious anger issues. You had number 1, the cool-headed leader who never took shit from anybody except for his girlfriend. Can someone please explain what he saw in her? Because she was abusive, manipulative, never trusted him. I mean, there was 2 full episodes where Police! Help! My second favorite was number 5. She was so cool she referred to herself in the third person. Plus she was a candy adventurer. Like she'd go to hidden mystical places to find a rare candy. That was so cool. That was I can't even lie. And finally, my favorite, number 4. The muscle, the brawn, definitely not the brain.
Peace! God! J-A-W-N!
That episode where he fought off an entire girls' boarding school by himself, that was crazy, man. The show's writing was also a high point. They took the characters and core concepts serious enough that key character traits were consistent, and they could intertwine some serious topics such as the loss of imagination to adulthood, the strain on becoming the perfect kid, and the fact that different families do exist. But they stuffed in enough craziness into it so nothing ever became close to being too deep. That's all I have to say about K.N.D. But before I forget, Count Spankula, this one should have got the whole show cancelled. What do you mean a damn stranger in spandex will fly into my kid's room and beat their bare bottom?
Yo, what the is that?
But if you don't know, get to know. And Cartoon Network, please renew this for another season. Thank you.